y'all. I said we were gonna be back soon. I didn't know we'd be back this soon, but we're back. Are back with some more TEW, more Andre the Giant 1970s gameplay. We're in November of 92. I want to get to 93 by the end of this. So I've already got this show booked. We only need to book through December. We might book January's show and go from there. But we'll at least get a good look at the PW 500 of 93. We got a couple pre-show matches. Jim Lancaster, Roddy Piper, Hutsky, Bill Savage. I have Savage winning that one. This match is really exciting. So we've been having this ongoing storyline with the managerial conflict. It's been going on for a couple of years, almost a few years at this point, right? So recently we had Andre defeated Abdullah. Andre and Steele had a stare down. They've been staring each other down. So we're kind of booking towards Andre and Steele. We also have the Mongols forming an empire, and they're all going to come to a head in this match. So this match has the Mongols, managed by Frank Veloise. The McGuire twins, or actually, the McGuire twins are managed by Frank Veloise, aren't they? So now that I'm thinking about it, Heenan, yeah, Veloise is with the McGuires. Heenan manages the Mongols, and then Abdullah and George Steele are being managed by Gary Hart. So all three managers have their two tag teams. Abdullah and George Steele isn't really a tag team, but they're teaming up tonight because they're both managed by Gary Hart. And they're actually going to win the match. George Steele's going to be the victor of the match after some interference from Gary Hart. And yeah, that's going to be the match. Benny and Billy they're going to struggle a little bit with the length of it, but we need to get them into condition. You know, you could be 600 pounds, but you got to be wrestling shape, or 700, 7.5 pounds, 723. Billy's a skinny fella compared to his brother. Anyway, you could be 6'2", 745 pounds, but you got to be in wrestling shape. We got him doing that. So basically, the idea is whoever wins this tag team match can choose one of their guys, go up against Andre for the belt. Well, Gary Hart is going to say, you beat Abdullah recently, but I have confidence in both of my guys. Everybody, I got confidence in all of them. So how about you choose your opponent from my stable? Then Andre and Joe Lewis are going to delineate for a second. And then Joe Lewis is getting on the mic and he says, "You said we could choose anybody in your stable." And, "Yep, that's what I just said." It's like, "Yeah, of course. What are you getting at here?" And Lewis is going to select Gary Hart to go up against Andre the Giant. So we're going to get a Gary Hart versus Andre the Giant match. Abdullah's going to interfere. George Steele's going to interfere. Ooh. But at the end, Andre's going to take it home. We also have Dusty Rhodes versus Angelo Poffo. So it's a really nice card tonight. Lawler and Dundee and the Fuller brothers on the post show. Snuka and Stu Gibson bringing up the end of the encore there. So yeah, we are all set. I want to throw a creative finish on this just because I think we deserve to have one. Not likely to succeed. Hopefully it does. All right. Booking analysis, just that we need announcers, but we don't necessarily need announcers. So yeah, we're good to go. Jim Lancaster debuted his intelligent psycho brute gimmick. Yeah, we brought Jim Lancaster in. Uh, he's local, and apparently he has great chemistry with Piper, so that's only going to serve us well. Crowd was not behind it, but hey, it's the beginning of the pre-show. Most of the crowd is still, you know, wandering in at this point. Segment rating of a 30, not terrible. Jim Lancaster doesn't know how to call in ring at all. He looks lost. He'll learn. Bill Savage was rusty. That'll go away once he gets some more matches. Ivan doesn't know how to call in ring, so he's got a rusty guy trying to teach him. It's a whole mess. But then the actual show starts. Okay. Benny and Billy had a 19 and a 20. They're tired though. Ghetto and Beppo had 58 to 55. Steele had a 69. Abdullah with a 63. All right. Abdullah and Gary have good chemistry. All right. Good match there. Yeah. Oh, they're calling in ring and they're tired. Okay. Struggle City. In a great 5 minute angle, we saw Abdullah the Butcher intimidate, Andre on intimidation, George Steele on intimidation, Gary Hart and Joe Lewis cutting the promos. Great angle. All right, 57. Dusty and Pafo fought to a 63, where Dusty defeated Angelo with a figure four leg lock. And the main event was the worst match of the night, which I kind of figured would happen, even with the creative finish in there. Andre has a gimmick that's getting stale. We got to address that immediately. His giant gimmick is adequate. I've already tweaked it once before. Let's change this up. Prepare a gimmick change. We only have one for Dusty, but we will get one in here for him. Dominant face. Yeah, so that's where he's at right now. The generational star. Loose cannon. And be on face. Unique size and strength. Yeah, we could use this one. We'd use this for Andre the Giant, Andre the Monster. Yeah, kind of expected that first, but I wanted to do something silly where the faces outsmart the heels. The heels are arrogant and cocky, telling their opponents that they can choose who they want to face. Anybody out of my stable. Like, how about you? Well, not me. Well, it's your stable, right? You're in there. All right. Well, that should do it for the night. Couple post show matches with good chemistrical tag teams. Oh, who's switching? Fuller is switching his. Yeah, let's change it. Great. Excellent. Fuller's got his new gimmick. Andre's gonna get his next week. Had the best performances. Abby, or no, it was George and other. Lost, 800, 800. When you're increasing your popularity, hell yeah, brother. Cares about $800. I'll pay $800 to increase my popularity every day of the week. Joe Blanchard has no momentum. Yeah, Joe, that's pretty true. You sure don't. Ice cold momentum. You're 43. Maybe consider retiring. That out there. Oh, he's not bad. Quite banged up. Yeah, I think we're good. We'll go right to the end of the month. So we definitely want to make sure we get a good gimmick setup going for Andre before. Oh, do we have visions? I'm booking. We got enough people. Chris Colt. That's right. So, uh, Dick the Bruiser and Chris Colt both work for our competitor, the other WWA, and actually Jim Dillinger is Chris Colt, which I did not know. But now finding that out, I'm fucking huge fan. Um, Chris Colt was a pioneer when it came to inventing wrestling entrance music. The first guy to use it from many accounts. One of the first ever gay wrestlers. I mean, I guess all if I'm sure there's other ones, but known to be gay. Not open, but was later it was discovered. In any event, I'm excited to have him team, and it's going to help us win the battles. So right now we have regional battles. Jim Dillinger's is 62, Dick the Bruiser's at 59. Our best person is Joe Lewis at a 59. But if we take those two, add them to our roster, we'll have 59 over William. That cancels. Or well, that'll put us up 4 points. George Steele and Chuck be up still just by a point. And a 49-52. We might still have to we might be landing in second, which is fine. Dusty Rhodes. So we're gonna have to workshop that a little bit. Andre needs to start winning. And the thing is as much as I love Chris Colt, as much as Dick the Bruiser is I mean especially Dick the Bruiser, right? He is our competition. He owns the other WWA. So if I want to eventually, which is going to take a lot, run them out of business, then I have to make Dick the Bruiser not a major star. We've got to knock him down a bit. So I've been thinking about, Jack Dillinger is Don Fargo. He might be worth bringing in too, especially if they're Jim and Jack and they're working together as a tag team. They're the chain gang. Okay. All right, yeah. 180 per show. We could definitely do that. 180 per show for Don Fargo. So we're gonna sign Chris Colt. We're gonna move it along. And look at that, Chris Colt, born in June 22nd, 1946, in Idaho. Oh, yep. Okay, that's all we get. Move it along here. We're gonna end up. It'll pause again to sign our friends Don Fargo and Dick the Bruiser. But yeah, the more damage we can do to their roster, better. Especially Dick the Bruiser. He is the owner of the other company. So if he comes in and has to job a bunch to me, well then we're gonna be in a good place. So Andre's face. We're gonna keep him that way for a while. So Dick can come in as a heel. I almost want to keep him dominant because it'll do more damage when he loses. But let's check out what he's got here. Other stuff. Good at off, yeah, off or legitimate. Maybe we'll check out legitimate. Ridiculously gay. Um, Man on a mission. Wait, did I turn it to heel? Okay. Loose cannon. All realistic. A couple legitimate ones, but he's good at legitimate, but only the realistic ones. Yeah, we'll do loose cannon. Loose cannon is basically an offbeat unstable, but it's a legitimate offbeat unstable. And then, okay, we have bikers for Chris Colt, and I'll wait until we get Don Fargo. See if that works. Billy Graham has morale issues. Frank has morale issues. I have a lot of money to be thrown around, so I'm not just gonna give bonuses out. So if Billy wants to be upset, Billy could be upset. I'm excited to see the of the year, all the of the years. It's always a fun when you can play through a full year and get to check out all the power ranking. And even the of the year awards now. So like every company has their own end of the year awards where they do like referee of the year, road agent of the year, but wrestler of the year, young wrestler, veteran wrestler, all that fun stuff too. So I almost want to make something out of. Let me see first. These guys are gonna be heel. He's better as a heel, amazing as a heel. Don Fargo, heel. Okay. Let's egomaniac or biker. Swagger, heel. Biker, cocky. Biker, cool. Do bikers or the name of their team again? The Chain Gang. Yeah, those sound like some bikers to me. I'll set them up for that. Hey, cats. Chain Gang 1 insinuates that there's a Chain Gang 2. Ken Dillinger. And that is an inactive, zero experience setup. So there's nobody that yet. Up Jim Dillinger. Oops. All right. Well, it's fine. Hey, cat. Kitties. Pretty girl. Okay, got a big cigar in his mouth. Then we have Don Fargo, who is going to be Jack Dillinger. Right? He's gonna be the cocky bucker. All right. Jim Dillinger here, or Chris Colt, known, uh, wrestled a cage match on acid once, and probably more than once. But one time, while he was wrestling a cage match on acid, he thought that the fans in the crowd were a bunch of giant spiders coming to get him. And so he ran out of the cage and escaped the cage, won the match, and started fighting fans and caused a bit of a riot. Fun dark side of the ring story about him. Oh, come here, cat. Oh, did I scare you moving the keyboard around? Did that freak you out? Pretty babies. El Mongol. Oops. It's okay. You're okay. Maybe I should bring El Mongol. Help with the Mongols empire. Come here, babies. Baby kitty cats and wrestling, y'all. That's what this channel's about for the most part. And when we don't have the wrestling, we still got the kitty cats. Leland. Pretty babies. Leland kitty. Leland kitty. Yeah, man. Almost into our third year. After our December show, we'll be getting into the third year here of Giant running his own company. We're taking over the Great Lakes area. It's happening. We're making it work. But yeah, I'm gonna bring in Dick the Bruiser. I almost want to team up Dick the Bruiser and the Chain Gang, where it's not like a full-on invasion angle, but a little bit of a like a situation where they are coming in from the other promotion and saying like, "Oh, we're the real WWA. Like you guys are imposters," and so on and so forth. But then obviously they're going to get beaten up and lose to us. I need to make Andre really big in this area really fast, and I'm sure it's gonna piss Dick the Bruiser off. I'm probably gonna have him start jobbing to me, and that should damage his reputation, damage his popularity, damage his credibility, and at the same time, greatly increase Andre's. I mean, credibility wise, he's there. He's 7'4". He's a giant. So what are you gonna do to him? But yeah, exactly. What are you gonna do to him? Even if you know he doesn't like it and he wants to throw a fit, we'll probably just job him out. And if he really doesn't like it, and if he's saying he's extremely upset and all this stuff, and he doesn't want to take a job, and we can't talk to worker and convince him to take a job, probably just do a 10-minute domination, just freaking destroy the bunch of sirens going on. Just destroy the owner of the other promotion right in front of everybody. And this isn't even like, oh, this is some other promotion off in the Midwest or something. Like, this is the Great Lakes. We're beating him in his own territory. Uh, but hey, he took the money, so he's coming to wrestle. He's got to think he's doing a couple of jobs at least. We're going to start with those. And then if he sticks around, doesn't complain, we keep him on the roster. We might give him some wins. We finished last again with the regional battle. 10% low. See, this is why we need to start winning. We just finished last. Okay. The offer, Big John Stud. Khan is back. Sheik has elbow tendonitis. Yeah, I was thinking about beating up the Sheik too. Probably should get some in it before he retires. Low key. He's the NWA United States heavyweight champion for Detroit right now. He's worked damn near everywhere. Okay. You do. Bennett fracture. Out injured a few months. Tough. We got comeback issues. You guys are all debuting gimmicks. I don't have enough to make 4 gimmicks, so we're just gonna do what we can here. Um, couple of days. What did we do? We lost 804 last month. Wow. So we lost the $800 that we lost during the show. So yeah, our worker costs are getting pretty high. We did have everybody at that show. And this week we can or this month I should say, we could take a little bit of a break on that. I'm going to leave George Steele and Gary Hart's guys at home as I'm going to be beating up Dick the Bruiser. Check out Dick's talking skills. See if we don't want to just use him as a manager in a way. He has decent skills. He could be a road agent, definitely. But okay, Holt's better on his own than if he had a manager, or about the same. Fuck it. You know what? We'll try it out, and maybe they just say when they get there, "Thanks for bringing us in, but we're okay." Hopefully it goes well though. You don't want to debut him with a manager that they have bad chemistry with. Abby, you can take the night. I don't even think I need Pafo for tonight. Billy, you can take the night. You're on my booking team. I'll keep you around. Unimportant. Finished by Bobby. Okay. Um, because he has bad chemistry with Eden or Heenan. Everyone's a heel in my promotion. We don't have any baby faces right now. That's a problem. Where's Dusty? Dusty can't make it this week? That's worrisome. All right. Well, we'll have enough for a show anyway. South Detroit Social Club. I think that's our first time going there. All right. Sounds fun. Do some gimmick ideas. Near certainty. That'll be mine. Likely to succeed. That could be Chris Colts. And a safe bet. We'll give that one to Fargo. Should he be allowed to hang out backstage? Doesn't have any notable relationships. That's fine, I guess. Lewis talking to Billy McGuire and Bobby Bachwinkle. Hanging out a lot together. Nacho Barrera and Andre the Giant. Dude just showed up. We've been hanging out. All right, whatever. Let's do a team bonding. I think all the upset people are gone. Nope, Frank is. That's true. Me and Frank's relationship becomes stronger, but he hates Jerry Lawler and fair enough. Yeah, where was Lawler? Maybe I had it. Maybe I had it separated to just the heels. I must have had a filter on. Yeah, because there's a lot of faces. Never mind. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking that was a very short run. All right, these guys are major stars, so they're coming in against Lawler and Dundee. Lawler's. What if we? Oops. Problem. Cool. So that's the same for the main event. I can go 20. Curious. Hey man, could you consider it? Thank you. I appreciate that you will work with me. Dick has nowhere near good enough stamina for this. What if we did storytelling? Nowhere near good enough. Okay. So this is where the struggle's gonna be. Does not really have the stamina for 15-minute storytelling. Only effective in matches of less than 15 minutes. Can't go wild brawl for 10 minutes. We'll do regular 10 minutes. He has nowhere near good enough stamina for a regular 10-minute match. Okay. Fuck it. We'll do wild brawl 6 minutes. Because that's apparently all Dick the Bruiser can do. And yeah, we're gonna job him out. That's heinous. So we're just gonna job him to me this week, Dusty next week, and on down the line. Because that's, I mean, I can't really do anything with you, Dick, other than just make you lose. I thought I gave y'all the night off, dude. You guys coming into work anyway? Fuck me. All right. Must not have hit that for George Steve. Got Baron and Blank. Have them get flattened by the McGuire twins. But call them all. These boys will learn how to do since keep him. Got Dick the Bruiser and the Chain Gang. They show up. Andre and Lewis are gonna challenge them to champions. All right, you want to say that we're imposters? We'll have our tag champs against your tag team, and we'll have our champion against your leader or whatever you want to call it. Um, and yeah, no storylines are being furthered on this. I'm gonna throw at least Dick the Bruiser into this storyline. I don't think we have to throw Jim and Jack in there quite yet until we make sure that Dick the Bruiser is doing a good job as man. Throw in a couple of post and pre-show matches. Fullers versus fair as a team. Ron Fuller gonna win that one. Post show. And we're gonna have Hutsky go up against Caster. I don't know though. I'm trying to build this gym lane. fellow. Maybe I'll have Putski beat Stu. Pre-show. $10. Bring in a local worker to lose. Our new giant. ET head. Guys like fake. Jim versus ET head. Bro. Oh man. That's it should be CTE head. Do a dominant. Alright, cool. Right, looks like we're good. Start it up. Actually, wait. I've not assigned any of those gimmicks to creative ideas. That's a good, valid point. Cool. And you know what? Let's do a creative idea. Need it, but this one is fourth, so there's no. Our show. Well, maybe our show is on. CT head was right. He had a performance of 2. But you're getting dominated. How much performing do you really have to do? All right, here's a real show. Part of the real show. Billy and Benny at least showed excellent chemistry, even if they don't know how to work. Baron and Blanchard got beat. Ooh. Whose gimmick was a failure? That was mine. Was it not? Oh wait, no. Mine didn't take effect yet. Bruiser got great. Chris Colt got great. Don Fargo's was very good, so I'm assuming it was Fargo's. Handle changes will change. Success. Adequate. Jeez. Even success with a successful gimmick idea was adequate. This match was a little too short for an important match in the eyes of our audience. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Wait till they see the main event. Maybe I should have made this the main event. Had nice wrestling. George Steele defeated Dusty Rhodes with flying hammerlock. And boom. Had a 49. This dick. 65. The match was far too short for an important match in the eyes of our audience. Yeah, I destroyed him. 6 minutes. Fence number 26 of my title. All right. Hopefully that did some damage. Say nice things about Dick. and Dusty. I appreciate that he, after talking to me, was willing to take an L. And hopefully he's easy to work with in the future. And just keeps taking losses for us. Jimmy Snuka is clumsy. I'd cut him before someone gets seriously hurt. Okay. Interesting. 34 days. So yeah, it would have been expired. Billy Graham, Frank Luis. Yeah, I'm leaving them alone. I think we did better this month. Maybe not. Yeah, we spent more. Show costs, merchandise. Okay. Where's my merchandise? We're at 92%. Okay, we're doing pretty good. Okay. We're losing money right now, but I feel like if I rush merchandising, even if we lose 1,000 a month, we should be okay. Once I hit the merchandising money, we'll be doing better. That'll put us in a much better place, actually. Andre's extremely marketable. And we could bring in the Sheik at that point, probably. Keep that money flowing. I did not mean to have George Steele on that card. And I believe he's still my most expensive wrestler. So that's probably why we lost so much on that show. But it's okay. Make it all back. And more. I'm interested to see if we lose the regional battle this month or if we get second. We're definitely on our way to getting first. Keep beating up on the major stars in WWA, and we just keep bringing their overall popularity down. Be a good way for us to get where we need to be. Now, is it cheap? Sure. But the way this 1970 mod is set up, everyone's going to be balling. Every company becomes like a $1 million company in a couple of years. I mean, they're already there. In my game where I've been playing for 12 years on the same mod, most of the companies have hundreds of millions of dollars. So if we want to be taking over the WWA, we're gonna need to start doing damage, messing some things up for them. So how better to do that than take literally their owner, the guy who's never going to leave their company, and dominating him as often as we can. I will probably not have Dick the Bruiser win a single match. That's just because if I can get away with making him lose all the time, then why wouldn't I make their entire promotion look like a bunch of losers? Chris Colt and the Chain Gang, I might have a push for them but they're going to definitely take a while to adjust to the roster and put over a few other tag teams at least uh, in the lead up to that. Ideally, I could get to the point where they are where I am their priority, and then I would give them a push. But I don't think I'm even close to that. Vic Stewart, alongside his brother Peter. Austin Idol up in here. Got decent brawling. Eiji Sakaguchi. um, fifth degree black belt. Man, All Japan Judo champion. I don't think I could get him. Even if I did, it wouldn't mean much to have him come over and lose. Mm. We're almost there. Christmas time. About to see the Power 500 for January. And check that out. As well as our end of the year awards. Lee Marshall has had an interest in both broadcasting and professional wrestling from a very young age. Worked for a bunch of radio stations. Yup. Indio Geronimo. Okay. From Mexico. He did. Boom. We got Rudy K. The K's. K is one of 13 children from the famous Cormier family. He's the fourth brother into the wrestling business. Malcolm was the first brother. Doug Summers. Where's Phil LaFawn when you need him? I think he doesn't come along for a while. Doug slowly worked up his way. Once he grew into 6 feet 3-inch man, there was a chance to move up. Oh, that'll do it for sure. I wish it was like a like some other games will have like a slider or like just a button you can click to move along the random profiles. So you could look at potentially more than one while it's simming one night, or you could stay on one while it sims a whole month. Potential, like if you wanted to, and then you could just change it if you didn't. I feel like I never have enough time to read them all. Now I don't want my database to load that long, where I would have enough time for them to be read. So there's that, but you know, Andy Robin. This the Andy Robin I'm thinking of? Yeah. He trained a bear to wrestle. Huge tractor tire. Is that how they spell tire in across the pond land? Um yeah. He wrestled Terrible Ted and developed an infatuation with bears. An undervalued heavyweight. That is native land of Scotland. All right. Male wrestler of the year. Jim Beeks. Jim Beeks. Okay. Dale Martin's Promotions, Jim Beeks. Wrestler of the year. Female wrestler of the year. is Tony Rose, 27 years old, winning Wrestler of the Year. Dale Martin, Company of the Year. Is she a Dale Martin wrestler? No, WWF. The Male Tag Team of the Year is Mr. Wrestling and Jerry Kozak. The Female Tag Team of the Year is Io and Jumbo. Match of the Year goes to Big Time Wrestling. Killer Cox defeated the Spoiler. AWA had Show of the Year, their end of the month show in July. The Male Young Wrestler of the Year was Leo Burke, the Maritimes, Canada. Okay, okay. We see you, Leo. The Female Wrestler of the Year is Vivian Vachon. Vivacious Vivian. Okay, wow. That is some incredible stats, actually. Right. The Male Veteran Wrestler of the Year was Fritz von Erich, owner, booker of Big Time Wrestling. Uh, Female Veteran Wrestler of the Year, I should say, Sarah Lee. The Most Improved Company of the Year was me. WWA Andre have captured the Most Improved Company of the Year award for the first time. A great 72, seeing them on a steady rise, with the coming 12 months looking like an exciting time for them. Definitely is. The Male Independent Wrestler of the Year is The Spoiler. Solid. Yeah. Working for Fritz. A couple other people. Female Independent Wrestler of the Year is Katsuko Hondo. Male Manager of the Year is Beauregard. Okay, okay, we see you, Beauregard. Bogarting all the regards. The Female Wrestler of the Year is the Fabulous Moolah. 49-year-old Moolah. Still wrestling. But will not talk to me. She's waiting for an All Japan contract to begin. Not that I needed her. Male play-by-play play-by-play commentator Roger Kent works for AWA and WWF. And then the male color commentator of the year is Ray Stevens, working for PCAC and MA. The male referee of the year is Gordon Grayston. Excellent 12 months of mat slapping and enforcing the rules. And he will not work for me either because he does not work in the US. Fair enough. All right. Well, those are our industry of the year, champions. Let's check out the P500. Wow. Is Bruno hurt or something? What happened to Bruno? Jack Briscoe's doing well for himself. Mil Mascaris, top 5. Bobby Shane, Gorilla Monsoon, cracks the top 15. Mr. Wrestling. We got Ricky Romero. Dusty Rhodes is number 21 in the world. And we got Dory Funk Jr. as well. Funk Jr. might be $700 a month plus travel. The Destroyer, the Beast. Fritz is not bad. For 43 to be top 30. Got Stan Stasiak, Leo Burke. I feel like it's going to be a long ways to find any of the rest of my guys. Made it on. Peter Maivia, Top 60. Fargo, but not Don. Beauregard is 73, and he's definitely working as well. Okay, I thought he was just a manager. I didn't really look at him, though. Harry Funk, 81. Killing it. Killing it, Terry. How much do you cost? 110 per show? That's a little bit more doable. Bob Orton is 500. So Tough Tony. On Fargo. Working everywhere is Jack Dillinger, though. Here. All right, so we got Dusty, got the Baron. I didn't even see Baron von Raschke. Angelo Poffo, George Steele, Don Fargo. Got Chris Colt, 124. Joe Blanchard, Dick the Bruiser at 236. Abdul the Butcher at 347. Billy Graham at 430. Volkov is 432 right now. Ghetto is 484. And 12 and 0. Andre the Giant at 487 right now. Beat Dick the Bruiser, beat Gary Hart, beat Abdullah, beat George Steele, beat Billy Graham, defeated Angelo Poffo, who was not weighing enough to technically go for the heavyweight championship. Uh, defeated George Steele in a steel cage after defeating him by DQ. Defeated Ivan Putski, defeated Joe Blanchard, defeated George Steele regular match, and defeated Ron Fuller. All to retain my own championship, except for, of course, against Angelo Poffo, who doesn't weigh enough. Talk to Mr. Poffo, actually. I believe he's only like, yeah, he's literally a pound off. He could bulk up 2 more pounds. Okay. Okay. Well, fine then, I suppose. But that's January 1st. We lost $1,300 last month, which not a big surprise. The ticket sales are down, which I am not happy about. From this month, in increase uh in size, or not increase in size. We increased our size a little while ago. But an increase in popularity hit again, so we're at 18 now. I would have thought that we would have sold a few more tickets, but these battles are killing us. Let's see. We'll check out our own end of the year awards. We finished last in the battles again. Merchandise to comprehensive. Yeah, literally yesterday. All right. So last month's merch sales finally got broken down by the workers. We'll start conservatively upgrading. But now that we have it broken down by workers, I think we'll have a better chance. And that was only literally one day of by the worker merch sale. So we should be able to make money this upcoming month. I would hope. I'll probably still have to fit sit quite a few people out. But hopefully that'll make us some money. And let's do end of the year awards. Male Wrestler of the Year was Dusty Rhodes this year. And I can't even blame anybody for that because he was kicking ass and putting on a great show. We will definitely have to start some kind of intercontinental or TV division that Dusty can be the winner of, or he started off right. Maybe we'll start on a heel and he'll get a chase in. Male Tag Team of the Year was the Mongols. It went Mongols, Fuller's Mongols. Young Wrestler of the Year, we have no winner for Young Wrestler of the Year. They must be under 24 years of age. And we did not have anyone eligible? Is that true? That's bad. We should probably have some young guys in here. Andre defeated George Steele in a steel cage with a 75 rating. That's an awesome rating for a company our size. Card of the Year was a 68 rating at Throwdown 30, where we had our match of the year. Male Manager of the Year was Bobby Heenan for the second year straight. Stu Gibson takes home Male Referee of the Year 3 years in a row. Is there no road agent? I thought I might have been just thinking of senior road agent. But dang, okay, so we need a younger roster edition. It seems like, well. Yeah, this is certainly on heels. No? I'm thinking of Chris Colt. He's a heel anyway. 26. So we got Lancaster, who we just added on. Yeah, Robert Fuller was eligible. He just didn't win it. For whatever reason. Piper was eligible. Even Ron Fuller was technically eligible because he was 24 for the entire year. Jerry Lawler would have been eligible. So we just didn't crown a young wrestler of the year. I guess it was too close to call between the young wrestlers that we had. We got Andre the Giant. His reign has increased to 909 days, 26 successful defenses. And yeah, that's pretty solid. I think that's going to be our show today. I might have some more streaming in me later. But I'm starting to get kind of tired. Even though it's only middle of the day. Y'all can see that I'm yawning quite a bit. Put in some extra work today to get out early. And I was able to give you guys this show a little bit early. But yeah, I think that is all for now. Peace out, everybody. See you in the next one.